So I finished my giant granny square crochet blanket. So I started in the middle, as you can see, doing a granny square, and then I actually started this a few years ago, and then I don't know how many years ago, 6-7 years ago maybe, and then I kind of at some point put it down, and then I picked it up again at the start of the pandemic. So when I picked it up again, that's where I was. That's the center. So I've done out of there. And then I did a few more rounds, and then I decided, because I really wanted a rectangle, but I started making it a square. So at some point, I do a marker somewhere, but I can't find. Oh yeah, here I started going back and forth. So I just did some rows, and then I did the same down the other end. And so you can see these colors here, they're in rows, and then at some point I started going around the circle again. So I did, I don't know how many rounds did I do at the end, probably about one, two, three, four, probably about four. So from here, just looking on the other side, from here, from that pink purple one, I went around in the circle again, and then got to this final purple one, and I just, this weekend, I decided it was big enough, really. I wanted it big enough so when I was sitting in my knitting chair, I could kind of have it covering me kind of from my chest to my legs, to my feet, and it's big enough for that, so I was happy with that. And then I just crocheted on an edging. I decided to do half trebles. You can see them. I did 2 rounds of half trebles as an edging. That's half trebles in the UK trebles. So yeah, really happy with it. I think trebles in the UK is that doubles in the US. I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. The yarn is Manos Uruguay silk blend. It's a merino and silk blend. It's not really the kind of yarn that you would use for a blanket unless you want to spend an awful lot of money. I haven't actually weighed this. I don't know how much it weighs, so I'm not sure how much I used. But the reason I decided to use Mono Silk Blend is because, excuse me, is because I had a lot of it in my stash. I used to use it a lot for magazine designs when I first started designing, and I also spent quite a few years designing for the yarn company that used to be the distributor here in the UK. So I had a lot of leftover, because when you get yarn for a design, they tend to send you more than what you need, just to make sure you don't run out. So I had a lot of odd skeins left over, so I was trying to use up those. And then at the end, I did actually buy some more. I did have some of this purpley pink color and this purple color, so the variegated pink, purple, and the variegated purple. I have some of that left. At the end, I did buy some more of this green because I really like that. I got lots of that in the center, so I bought some more of this green, and then I also bought some of this pink here, this variegated light pink. Just bought 1 skein of each of those. I think I bought some, maybe bought some more of this purple as well. I can't remember. Still have some left, but so yeah, I could have done a few more rounds, but I just got bored with it and I wanted to finish it. It's starting to get a bit cooler now in the evening, so I thought it'd be quite nice to finish it. But now I'm itching to itching to start a new crochet blanket. So I was doing a bit of swatching last night. I need to decide what yarn to use. It won't be this luxurious yarn, because I couldn't afford to make this if I had to buy all the yarn for it. Having said that, it's probably taken me 7 or 8 years to make it, so if you buy it over that long, it's not so bad, is it? But yeah, really like it. It's really soft, really warm. Love it. who's sleeping on the back of the chair. So every single day when I used to take Alfie for a walk in the afternoon, when we came back, he'd jump up the back of the chair and he'd lie there and wait for Simon to get home. Obviously, Simon's been working from home for the last few months, and most of the time the house is full because the girls have been home as well. So he doesn't lie on top of there like he used to in the afternoon. But today I'm home alone, and Simon and the girls have been out all day. And I've just taken Alfie for a walk. It's about 10 to 5 in the afternoon, and when we came home, Alfie jumped up there, and he was sitting up there for about half an hour, and now he's laid down. He's shaking slightly, so I think he's probably sleeping. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of his favourite places. I don't know how he doesn't fall off. Anyway, what I sat down to film was to show you my knitting. So I cast on for a new poncho. That's the swatch I knitted, so that's the stitch pattern I'm using. This is actually the third time I've cast on. So the first time I cast on 100 and something stitches. I used the old Norwegian cast on, which is the first time I've actually used it on a project. And it wasn't as stretchy as the long tail cast on. So I knitted about 30 rows, and I decided it wasn't going to be stretchy enough. So I ripped it out, cast on again using my regular long tail cast on, knitted probably about 40 rows, maybe a bit more. And then I decided that I wanted a slightly different shape. So it will be a rectangle, but I'm just shaping the rectangle slightly differently. So the rectangle will now be shaped kind of on the bias. I thought that'd be a little bit more interesting. So I've cast on again last night. This is the last time I'm casting on. I'm not ripping this out again. One of the design elements, one of the stitch patterns I wanted that I originally planned to use, I can't use with this new shaping. So I've had to change it slightly, which is fine. But it meant making a couple of tiny changes. Anyway, I'm happy with it. Happy with how it's progressing so far. The yarn is Knit by Numbers 4-ply by John Arbon. I'm going to use this colour, and then that grey, and then the lavender. I think I'm going to do it in that order. I did ask on my Instagram and in my Facebook group a couple of weeks ago, or it might have been last week, whether people thought I should do stripes or colour blocking, and colour blocking won. So I'm doing colour blocking. Quite a few votes for stripes, but I've decided to go for colour blocking, which, to be quite honest, is a lot easier to knit and a lot more relaxing to knit, because I decided to focus on one colour at a time. So that's quite nice. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The stitch pattern is quite interesting. It's easy to remember, but it's interesting enough that it is a bit of variety. So I'm quite enjoying it. These progress markers, really pretty ones. They are by Laura of Beading Heck. Beading Heck is her Etsy shop. I showed you that one in a previous episode, which Laura sent me to try out, and I really, really like it. Don't know how well you can see that on the camera. Really, really like it. So I went on her Etsy shop and it opened, had a look at her choice, and I chose this one. Same colours but slightly brighter. So this has got like pale pink and purple, and then a gold ball band. This has got slightly brighter pink and purple with a white ball band. So she has loads of different shapes. They're all made of these really, really tiny beads. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's got a like a clasp here that opens up. I think you can choose the colour of the clasp, with the silver one or another colour which I can't remember now. But yeah, it opens up and I really like it. Doesn't get caught in lace knitting or anything. That was one thing I was slightly concerned about when she sent me the first one, was that it might get caught in delicate lace knitting. I was using the first one as a progress marker in a really fine lace sweater that I was knitting in June, July. And it didn't get caught in it or anything like that. So it's approved for use with lace knitting. So I'm really pleased because it is really pretty. Normally I just use these boring padlock markers, which I find, but sometimes it's nice with something a little bit prettier. So I will put Laura's Etsy shop link below. If you order from her, do tell her I sent you. But yeah, I'm definitely be checking out her offerings regularly, because I definitely think I'll get some more. Maybe get some other colours other than pink and purple. Although both these two go really nicely with what I'm knitting at the moment. So anyway, I'm enjoying this. It'll probably take me a while to do this because I want it to be a poncho to fit me, so it will be quite big. I started it now because I'm hoping by the time it starts getting a little bit cooler outside, it'll be I'll be finished it. So hope to kind of finish it by mid-September, but we'll see what's happening. This is my Isagir alpaca shawl, and I'm making quite good progress on it. So I finished the first half by here, changed the colours, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I haven't actually worked on it for the last week. I had a couple of design submissions to work on, so I've been working on that quite a lot, and then I've also been working on that pink poncho quite a lot. So kind of ground to halt a little bit, but I need to make an effort and try and excuse me, I need to try and make an effort to finish this week. My goal is to try and finish it by the end of the weekend. It's Wednesday today, so hopefully I can try and finish this by the end of the weekend. Really enjoying the yarn, really nice and soft to knit with, and I'm still enjoying knitting this. I haven't got bored with it yet. I've just had other things to knit on. Knitted loads of swatches and then got distracted by the pink poncho. So I'm going to try and finish this, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's in garter stitch, loads of plain garter stitch rows, so they're quite quick and easy, and then a few pattern rows in between. I need to keep a close eye on my yarn usage because I'm getting close to not having much of the grey yarn left. So that's how much of the grey yarn I have left, and that's how much of the pink yarn. It's a little bit deceptive because each row takes a tiny amount, like less than a gram per row, I think. So yeah, it's lasting me quite a long time. But hopefully I'll finish this in the next few days. My goal is to try and make an effort to finish it by the end of this weekend. Having said that, we will actually be away this weekend. So, and I don't think this is going to be a very good project to take with me. So it may be next week by the time I finish it, but we'll see. I'm going to sit down now and do a bit more knitting and try and see if I can make some effort to finish this.